nice to have you guys online. Thank you for joining, and we're all in this together. So that's really awesome. We can all get on our mats together. So I assume you're on your mat. If you're still lounging or lying down somewhere, that's okay, because we're going to start down here. We're going to start low. I'm going to assume that perhaps you're feeling a little bit groggy as well. So we're going to bring our feet together, knees apart. So we have a star shape, Tadasana. Really move the feet away. You might take your hands behind you and just take a moment to allow the side body to open. You might have your hands behind you to help prop up the chest. We'll just take a few breaths. Just feel into your lung space. And try and have a sense of opening the body. Maybe opening the throat space, the collarbone space. Try and relax the stomach. So breathe however it feels good to you. It might be the first time you've taken a really deep breath today. So I'm going to wake the body up. The only way that we know how to bring a bit of sunshine into our space, a little bit of spice and fire, a little bit of abdominals to waken us up. We're going to open up through the shoulder space, which is why I suggested perhaps you have a wall nearby. So you might bring your feet in a little bit closer. Perhaps you're still in Baddha Konasana, bringing your feet a little bit closer. You can be sat on a blanket here or a cushion. Just something that makes it feel easy. Maybe take your hands to the knees, palms down, roll the shoulders back. Just take a moment to sit with each other. So we're all connected here through Tinternet, which is a really nice thing. You might want to take one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. Just expand each space. Perhaps feel a little heart connection. If we can't be in each other's space right now, we can at least be together. With a sense of community, a sense of looking after each other. So this hand that's on the stomach, perhaps you might want to meet the other hand to the stomach. If you're not comfortable in Baddha Konasana, change your legs, find a comfortable seat. We're going to take Kapalabhati. So for those who don't know it, perhaps just focus on the nose and try and draw a short, sharp exhale. Concentrate on your exhale and allow the inhale to be passive. Those of you that know Kapalabhati, go for it. We're going to take about 30 and then relax the shoulders. Hold the breath for as long as it's comfortable for you to do so before you start again. We're going to do 3 rounds. If you need a tissue nearby, you might want to do that. Go and get one. And perhaps we'll open the arms, relax the hands down and start to take a big full breath. And exhale completely. Take an inhale, filling the lungs. Belly, ribs, chest, soften the shoulders, hold the breath. Hold for as long as it's comfortable for you to do so. It's not a competition. Just feeling into that internal lung space. If you're ready to catch the knees and exhale to completely empty the lungs again. Take a big inhale as you lift out of the waist. Exhale. And Kapalabhati again, 30. In your own time. Or just take natural breaths. Whatever's right for you. Exhale completely. Inhale. And hold. Perhaps starting to work your bandhas. If you know what they are, hold the knees, relax the shoulders. Maybe flip the hands. Have an element of receiving the sensations of this pranayama, these breathing exercises or extension of life. Pranayama translates to life force extension. Catch the knees, exhale whenever you're ready, if you haven't already. Inhale completely. Relax the stomach, chest, ribs. Exhale completely. Last round. Inhale. And Kapalabhati. Exhale. Inhale. Flip the hands, hold your breath, relax shoulders, relax neck, feel into your space, relax your torso. Maybe even press out the belly a little more, feeling the air retained in your lungs, maybe a little tingle. Hold for as long as it is comfortable, you can let go anytime. Feeling a softness. We don't want to be hard, we don't want to be brittle, we want to be soft and supple. So keep that in mind as you exhale. Inhale, perhaps bring the knees towards each other. Maybe hug the knees for a moment. And just sit with that sensation. Skull shining breath is also what Kapalabhati is often translated to, Kapalabhati, skull shining, because it gives you a little buzz, makes you feel a little bit more awake. Perhaps that's not the case, but for me it's just like coffee. Taking that coffee vibe, as in energize, we're going to continue to think about how we feel in the core, drawing and rolling all the way back. Take the low back all the way down to the ground, hugging the navel in. Maybe stay here, pull the belly in, back and down. Chin to chest, shoulders reaching forward. Take a big inhale again. Exhale, draw the low belly in and down, and then draw yourself onto the ground. Plant the hands, float the feet, and just let the feet dangle upwards. So not very much action here. And then I'm going to let you choose. Perhaps you're going to take your arms overhead, which is going to take a little bit extra challenge. Or you might take your hands underneath you. Or if you know you have weakness in your core, you might want to take your hands under your low back to support it. We're going to start with lowering one leg. If you have your arms reaching, reach through the shoulders, reach through the arms, reach through the extended leg, and draw the low belly in and down. We want to really press the low belly back into the ground. Inhale to extend and change it up. So we're really feeling this drawing inwards and downwards. Take an inhale, exhale. So we take it slow, take an inhale and exhale. So you might have your arms down by your side. One more time, inhale, exhale, reaching out through the extended leg, maybe the arms, drawing navel all the way in, hug the knees in, and just take the hips for a little bit of a circle. before you're ready to float the feet up high. So maybe you're just feeling like you're getting a little stretch here as well. You might flex and point your toes as you let your feet dangle. And this time, I'm going to let you choose if you're going to do single leg raises or double leg raises. Perhaps test your arms back, or maybe they're going to be under your head as you lower, exhale. Really engage the core, the center, the waist, the navel drawing in, and inhale as you rise. Perhaps you might lift the chin and exhale to lower the head, lower the feet, lower the arms all at once. So everything's nipping in and down. Any pain, inhale, rise. Any pain in the low back, don't do it, or perhaps sit on your hands. It's a nice support here, or to stay with single leg raises. 3, inhale, rise. We're going for 7, exhale. Now we're going for Beck's breaths, which are slow and long and easy. Inhale, exhale. So you can choose where your arms are. Test this out. Inhale, exhale. Use the exhale to bud the low belly in and down. Inhale, exhale. 6, one more time. Inhale, exhale. And hugging the knees, bring that all the way in. Maybe even bring your forehead to knees. And draw everything in, outwards. And round the other way. Good, plant the feet, plant the hands. Lift the hips high, feeling into a bridge space. So we're now going to fire up the glutes, fire up the upper back of the leg. Feeling into active feet. Really pressing into those feet, finding space, front body, using your arms, and then lower all the way down. Good, come back to center. Open the legs. I'm going to cross the left leg on top of the right and draw the knees inwards. So it's really nice to feel for space in the outer leg. We're going to continue with this spring practice, which gives us lots of hip work. Hip stretching, hip opening, side body lengthening. So just feeling into this side of your hip, giving that a nice stretch. Cross the legs, take the other side, drawing it inwards. And feeling that fluidity of breath. So nobody will have seen the moon recently, perhaps, because we've had a little bit drizzly weather, but we've got a nice crescent moon at the moment. You'll see it just before sunset. It sets just before sunset in the same place as the sun. The nice crescent moon. Cross the left leg over the right. We're going to be mirroring that if we can. So come back to left leg over right. How's about putting left arm over right arm? Just feeling into that space. So if this feels too much, you just catch the shoulders. See if you can lift the feet, maybe wrap the feet. Take an exhale, draw the knees towards the elbows. Try and keep your head down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, we're going for 7. Exhale. Just keep the knees crossed or wrap the foot if you can. Exhale. 5. Inhale. 4. Inhale. Exhale. 3. 2. I think we're doing about 10 here. 1. And release. Take the arms out. Bring your feet outwards into Baddha Konasana. Feet together, knees apart. Maybe just expanding the arms open. Take the knees across the side. Take a little twist through the low back. Keep your shoulders grounded. Maybe open to the other side, feeling into the other space. Relax the breath. Feeling it stretching the lungs as it stretches the waist. Come back to center and hug the knees in. We're just going to do the same eagle crunch on the other side. So right leg over left this time. So the other leg, right arm over left. wrap the foot if you can. If that's too early in the morning for that, which it kind of is for me, you can just keep the legs crossed. The action is coming to squeeze the thighs together, squeeze the hips together, and the low belly works hard. Take an inhale, exhale, knee to elbow, all over the place. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. We're going to go for 3 more because I think we did about 10 on the other side. 2, 3, awesome. Relax the arms, relax the feet. Take the feet wide and the knees drop from side to side. Well done. Wakening up our core. Planting the hands, planting the shoulders. And then reaching yourself up, hugging yourself up, rounding. You can plant the feet, plant the hands. Just take that extra few moments to free the hips. And perhaps plant the hands. Fingertips can go outside or inside. We're coming into reverse table. So protect your wrists here. Strong, active feet. And lift and open through the hips, through the shoulders. Maybe let the head drop back, but not completely. So just feeling into this space. We're trying to open into the shoulder space now. Lifting the hips. And exhale as you lower down. So good. Perhaps we're starting to feel a little bit more heat. I think I am. Maybe a little bit more awake. Working the abdominals is a great way of doing that. It starts to build the digestive fire as well. So we're going to come onto our knees now. Separate the knees, tuck the toes behind you. Plant the hands to the lower back. We're going to just wake up with 5 gentle camels. Sending the hips forward. Don't throw yourself back. Exhale. So all this abdominal work we've been doing, just try and keep that connection to your core. Draw the navel in, but try and spread the belly. Exhale as you lower. Inhale, hips forward. Low belly lifts, ribs lift, chest lifts. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Gently opening. Exhale. So having an expression of really lifting the heart space, gentle heart openers this morning. Planting the fingers, coming onto your feet. And I'd ask you if you could find a wall. If you do have a wall nearby, I don't know if Colin, you might need to twist the camera a little bit. We're going to come to the wall and just have a little bit of a wake up with the shoulders. So we're going to plant the hands ahead of us, about shoulder height. We're going to move, and the hands are as wide as your shoulders. We're going to try and move our chest in between our shoulders and then pull it away. So it's not a big movement. Oh, look, I've got moving camera, motion picture, guys. Exhale, inhale. So if you don't have a wall anywhere nearby, we can be doing this on our hands and knees, pulling back and dropping in. But it's quite nice to do it against a wall because you really do target the upper back movement and the shoulders. So I'm going to say that's about 3 times. Settle with the breath. Inhale to pull back, exhale. So you might even feel a little bit of crunching going on in the shoulders. If that's the case, just go easy, listen in. But it's a really nice one to unlock any shoulder tension, because perhaps over the weekend we might have been sat on the sofa for a while. We might have even laid in bed a little bit extra longer. We might have been looking at our phone once or twice. So all these things round us forward and get us a bit stuck in the shoulders. Let's do 3 more. So again, you can be on your hands and knees for this. Awesome. Come back to center. Just roll the shoulders up, back and down. So if you've still got the wall here, we're going to take a gentle warrior. I'm going to have the hand shoulder height, fingertips back, elbow is bent. So I hope you can see this. I'm going to take my gentle warrior, leg closest to the wall, keeping my hands active, keeping my elbow budding down, shoulder blade drawing down. I'm going to move into this warrior, get a really nice stretch in this pec minor, underneath the collarbone, the front of the shoulder, and also the back. So it's strengthening the back shoulder as well. Steady the breath. 3, 2, 1. This is a really nice stretch. Now, of course, if you don't have a wall, we're going to do the other side, so I'm going to leave you to do that. Closest leg to the wall. If you don't have a wall, we can take one arm behind us and catch down here. It's very much up to you to pull back the shoulder blade. You get a much deeper stretch if you can find a wall. So let's just take another 3 breaths here. Pulling the shoulder blade downwards, wrapping the elbow downwards, and having the fingers pointing backwards. This is one of Anna Forrest's great shoulder unlocking sets. So just come back to center, and moving picture can go back to a stable place. Just check that you can see both ends of the mat. I just want you to take a moment standing, just feel into your shoulder space, neck space, and just see if you've found a little bit more freedom there. Perhaps one hand on the heart space, one hand on the belly. Bring yourself back to a centered place, strong, supple, and connected through the heart space. We're really trying to open this chest and heart space. Take an inhale. So you're going to be sideways on your mat here. Lift and lengthen. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Start to move a little bit. Shift your weight into the right side. Into your right leg, float the left leg. Inhale as you press into earth, press into heaven. Heaven and earth, feeling the core center in between. Take another breath, inhale, extend. Exhale, relax the shoulders. And then drop yourself all the way down into a slightly deeper squat. Bend from the hips. Inhale as you rise, float to the left side. Reach up as you inhale and exhale. The right hand goes down, the left arm goes up, and you reach heaven and earth. 2 directions, feeling your waist nipping in, core centered. One more breath, inhale. Exhale, relax the shoulders, and then soften your hips all the way down. Inhaling to rise. Try it one more time. Exhale. Inhale. Now exhale to rise. Ooh. Inhale, stretch heaven and earth, reach into those 2 places, come back to center, widen the knees, and come into a deeper squat. So you might take your fingers down, moving through the hips, the knees. You might take your hands to the inner thigh and now start to rest in this horse stance. We want our knees to be over the ankles. Shift yourself. This is probably no good. We want to widen the stance. We call it horse stance. So I always think about riding a wide horse. A horse that likes its hay. Nice and wide. So we're really setting the knees outwards over the ankles. You might even free the toes. So now wake up the hips. Perhaps you can fix the hips and start to move side body all the way over to the right side. Inhale as you rise. And exhale as you take it over to left side. Inhale. Exhale to center, maybe deepen a little. Inhale as you send your energy upwards. Exhale, bring the hands forward. Flip the hands, back of the hands to back of the hands. And round, 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 chin to chest. Inhale. Open. Open the chest space. Exhale, round the upper back. You might soften the knees. Inhale, open in the front body. Exhale. Inhale, so we're working cat and cow. Exhale. Last time, inhale, front body open. Hands to the thighs and drop a nice Long spine, hips back, head forward as you drop your shoulders and feeling into this twist. Inhale to center, exhale to open. So if this doesn't feel good or you're not sure what's going on, play with it, but always work to a place that feels good. So if it doesn't feel good, just skip it out, don't do it. Come back to center, deepen down into that horse stance. So really firing up the inner thighs, the outer thighs. Drop the hands down and we're going to just heel toe our feet even wider. So really as wide as you can comfortably go. And then we're going to move from side to side and give this liver, so the toes are pointing outwards. You're nice and supported. Giving these liver energy lines time to wake up as well. It's coffee time, liver lines. So letting the energy rise upwards. This is really supporting us to keep our body clean. A little bit of detoxing vibe. And also to help us to see a way forward, because it's Monday, it's cloudy. We lost an hour of sleep yesterday. So it should feel a little bit groggy, but this is going to help us see our way through. So if you've now reached the right side, keeping the left foot really grounded and active, you might take your hand to the right knee and start to move your body towards the left foot. So if this feels too much, don't do it. We want to feel like we're getting a stretch here. Perhaps you're on your knee here and you're sending this into a gentle low back stretch. So Mike, if you're on, maybe this is one that you quite like for your low back. Sending it over to the other side. Again, the toes can be pointed out here. Send the knee out and maybe perhaps move the head towards the right foot, feeling for the side stretch, the back stretch, and a hip opener. Staying with the breath. Good, bring yourself back to center, walk your feet in and slowly rise up. Big inhale as you reach, bring your feet together. Take an inhale, pour your weight into your left leg, float the right. Exhale to heaven and earth. Inhale, look to your right side. We're going to turn and then float the heel of the left foot up and come into a lunge. Big inhale in your lunge. And then exhale, fold forward, ground the back foot. You can bend the leg and fold forward over your right leg. Relax the head. Hinge back with the hips. Draw in the belly, that fierce belly. Inhale, work forward. Come back into a lunge. And exhale, drop onto your back knee. So inhale, feel into this crescent moon lunge. Maybe connect the hands or your arms can be wide, but curl the front of the body up as you send your hips forward and down. Exhale, plant the left hand, open out onto the right side. Maybe you're lifting your back leg to make a slightly more powerful upward lifting twist. And then exhale, set the hands down, move yourself over to the other side. Set the right foot to the back of the mat and inhale, rise up. So we've got quite a short stance here. Lift and lengthen, maybe the heel is lifted. And then exhale, fold. Hug that left hip back. You can bend the right leg here so you're stable. We're getting a nice reach through the back of the leg, chin forward. Hold the belly in, stay with your breath. And then work yourself forward. Front leg bends. Lift, lengthen. Exhale into a lunge. So set yourself down in a position that you can really set your hips forward and down. So maybe you're supporting your low back here and allowing the shoulders to open and curl back. Sending the arms high if you can, or taking elbows out. So really feel this upward lifting motion. Exhale, right hand drops down. Peel over to the left side. And really working into this nice morning twist. Good morning. Taking your breath as deep as it'll go. Coming back to center and paralleling the feet. So the feet are wide. Lift high with a nice strong straight spine. Let the head drop down. And just bend the little alternate legs. Maybe wave your tail. And then inhale as you walk your hands forward. So you can have your hands wide like your shoulders. Hinge the hips back. Try and keep the spine nice and straight. So we're in what feels like a downward dog. Let the head go. You might even take your thumbs towards each other, inner wrist towards each other. It's a little bit of a flower effect. This is Ganesha. And we'll also feel a nice stretch through the shoulders here. Moving ribs towards thighs. The super wide leg downward dog. Try and keep the spine straight. One more breath. And then move the hands back. Lift on a half lift. And work the feet together again. Take a big inhale. And rise. Exhale to heart center. Just feeling into any heat that you're building up. A little morning wake up for the whole body. Take an inhale. Lift, lengthen, float into your right leg. Lift the left. So stand into your right, lift the left. Take a big inhale here. Heaven and earth, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, bring your hands to heart center. Cross the legs, bend the back leg, turn the toes in. So we're locking the thighs towards each other, thighs squeeze. Take an inhale as you open through the arm space and exhale. Draw the hands behind you, catch and roll those shoulders back. So drawing the navel in, drawing activity through the fesses, the bum cheeks. So nice and strong here in the lower body. Upward and opening through the upper body. Good, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center and float yourself into a tree. We're just going to feel into this tree place. Maybe we're going to be here. Maybe we'll be here. Taking a moment to find your stability. And feel into your heart space. Lifting through the upper body. As you lift the heart space, just feel that connection through the roots to your feet, through the ground. Reaching your arms upward, your heart upward. Feeling that heart connection. Everyone doing yoga together. Waking up the body. Exhale. Dropping all the way down. Float that leg all the way back. Bend the knee. Take an inhale. Choose if you free the arms or connect the arms and fold forward. So working for balance and focus here. Find your center line, still squeezing the hips together. Maybe your arms are reaching out. Relax the head. One more breath. Big inhale. Exhale. Gather your energy upwards. Inhale and exhale back to center. Just roll over the toes, free the toes a little. Come back to center here. Pour all your weight into the left leg as you float the right. Take a moment here. Float the left arm down, right arm up. Big inhale. And exhale, send the energy downwards. Come back to center. Inhale. Exhale, send it upwards and downwards. Come back to center and find your tree. Oh, well, why not just slide it across? Let's do that. Lock in the knees. Big inhale. So we're sitting down just a little bit in this chair, squeezing the hips together, thighs together, opening through the armpit space, rolling the thumbs back as you catch and roll the shoulders back as you reach up through the front body. Oh, nice and open. Finding the breath. Still sinking into your chair, so your left leg, your left ankle is working and getting a little freedom here. Take an inhale as you rise and float yourself up into a tree. So whatever works for you, but try not to go into the knee space. Your knee won't like that. You really want to feel action moving, a resistance, thigh to foot, foot to thigh. Reach up into whatever kind of branches you want your tree to have. Hopefully not little limp guys. Although the weeping willow is a cool tree. It's better if we can be really lifted, but keep those shoulder blades from being too hugged up. I'm going to take my branches out wide. My leaves want to really go for it. And then bring yourself back down and find center, locking the back of the knee into the front knee, bending, finding stability in our roots. Choose if you want to fold from the waist, hands reaching outwards, head downwards. Feeling this stable place, reaching the arms back if it feels good. Always letting go in the neck, lifting the shoulders away from the ground, away from the ears. Steady breath. And then inhale as you rise. Plant the feet towards each other. Come back to heart center. Take a moment to upward rise. Exhale to find your mountain pose. Just feeling into the strength of your thighs, your core, and the openness in the upper body, I hope. Good. Take an inhale as you rise. Take hold of the left ankle, press into the left foot and reach over to the right side. If this is not right for you, just support yourself or take it whatever feels good. Next inhale, rise. Exhale to the other side. Sending your energy to the right side as you move left. Again, inhale and exhale. Really working these side stretches. Exhale. Inhale, come to center, set the left foot over the right, press into the right toes, reach out through the arms, really send your hips forward, chest forward, heart lifting. Come back to center, and cross right side over left. Press into that back toe, lift and work that upward lifting twist, maybe look to the back foot. Still breathing, inhaling to lift, exhaling to twist a little. And then come back to center. And feel this openness through the front body. Let's take a little bit more movement from side to side on the mat. Big inhale. Exhale as you fold forward and work your feet apart. Inhale to half lift. And exhale, turn yourself over to the right side, flip the right foot, round the back leg, and rise all the way up into a warrior. Shoot the arms out, but hug the shoulders into the center line. Draw the navel in, find your centered space. Where's your chin in line with your belly button? Find the center. Look along the hand. With grace, keep the low body strong. Exhale, floating in the wind. Inhale, take it to the other side. Deepen into this right hip. Maybe send the knee to the outside, or at least to the fourth toe line. Take the arm all the way back, the back arm. Let it relax in your sacrum, low back. Let the ear drop to shoulder. Feeling a little neck stretch. Maybe you can get a little cheeky grab of the right thigh here and really feel this open stretch through the neck, through the front of the chest and shoulder. Everything good, Colin?
Yeah.
So really keeping this back leg strong. One more breath. And then free the arm. Roll yourself all the way up. You might scoop that back leg in a little bit. We're coming into Trikonasana. So really hugging that hip in. Feeling this nice side length through the back. Reaching to wherever is right for you. And open out. Try and get the head to line up with the back, the right foot. Look to the hand or look to the ground. And then maybe flip the wrist as you, again, work that back, the left hand to the back. Maybe drop the head and perhaps catch a little cheeky grab of the thigh. Keep moving your chest back and open. Soften the knee. Rise all the way up. Turn to the right side. Lift the left heel. Find a stability as you rise. And exhale as you fold. Bring that back leg in, left foot in, and drop over that front thigh. So we're coming into pyramid shape. We can have this back leg bent. If you feel strong in your pyramid, rising upwards. Exhale, draw the ribs, the chest, the chin towards the front thigh. So where are we putting our hips? In the center. Use your core, pull it back. Take an inhale as you half lift. Lift the back heel and twist. Planting that left hand down. And then roll onto the outer edge of both feet. Dip down a little, maybe look behind you. You feel this nice stretch in this lounge lizard. And come all the way back round to center. Take a big inhale as you half lift. Set the hands for Ganesh. Downward dog, or just take a regular action. So the hands root down, but the hips root back. And then glide yourself back into the half line. Turn the left foot out and rise up into a warrior two. So waking up the body with lots of power, but flexibility. So setting yourself up in this comfortable but strong, supple. Take an inhale, reach back. Exhale, float into this supported Parshvakonasana. So send the knee over the fourth toe, scooping this left hip under, maybe rolling the ribs and the chest round, and then freeing, rolling the thumb down, freeing the hand to the inner thigh perhaps, or just to the sacrum. So again, feeling this space opening and releasing. Deepen into the front leg if you can. Taking a number of breaths in each shape. Inhale as you rise and scoop forward into a slightly shorter stance for Trikonasana. So again, scoop the left hip under, elongate out of the waist. So don't worry about going deep. Try and find the extension of the length of both sides of the body if you can. Take it to wherever is right for you. Grow into the shape. We're here for at least 30 seconds. Rolling the thumb round to sacrum, or maybe even catching the front thigh, the left side. Letting the head go, feeling for stretch here. Growing into each shape. One more breath. Look to the big toe, release the arm, soften the knee, and turn to the left side, lifting the right heel, rise, finding a nice open lunge. Awesome, exhale, come to forward, set the back leg in, hug the left hip back and draw yourself down into a pyramid shape. So don't worry if you need to send that back leg into a bent place to support you. Hug the belly in, hug the hips in, drop the head down, maybe work the hands back. You choose. Steady the breath. Really working to center here. Inhale to lift, maybe set that right leg back a little and work into a twist, a real nice upward lifting twist. And then roll onto the outside edge of both feet, sinking down for a nice lounge lizard. Outside of your hips stretching. Come back to center. Roll back nice and wide. Big inhale. Exhale to fold down. Let the head drop down. You might need to scoop your feet in a little bit here if the top of the head drops down too much. And then reach the hands back, squeezing the shoulders. And finding yourself in a really open-chested forward bend. So if that doesn't work for you to catch the hands, just take your hands wide. Take an inhale as you half lift, drop the left leg down and extend the right leg. Lift and lengthen and send yourself over for a side bend. Send yourself back, plant the left hand down, float yourself up. And then ground the toe and reach the hands in the other way, direction. Take another inhale, float up. So a little balance here. You might point the toe, reach behind you. Look to the hand and open the chest. So you're in Trapasana, Ardha Trapasana, which is a really nice bow, opening the front body and the shoulder. Take another 2 breaths if you can. Breathing into that open-hearted space. This crescent lune. Inhale and drop all the way back out. Lift, lengthen. Send the left hand to the low back, reaching your hips forward, maybe your hand forward on the right side, shoulder drops back, maybe the hand drops all the way overhead, taking this nice open body. So we're in camel pose again. Maybe you're taking your back hand, your left hand to the heel you choose. Take another full breath. Keep grounding through the right foot. And then exhale. Hold center, drop forward. Point the back foot, point the left foot, and roll down into this extended child's pose. Take a moment. Feeling your heart beating for you. Everyone's heartbeat beating together. Rise up. Come onto the other knee and extend the left leg out to the side. Take a big inhale as you lift high. Exhale as you fold over to the left side. Really feeling the side length. Inhale and then exhale. Float, float, touch, reach. So really working with this side stretch. Float, float. Active hands, active feet. Maybe point the left foot, reach behind you. Catch the foot if you can. Press and bow out, foot into hand. Let the shoulder open. Feel your stability, steadiness. This croissant lune. Who knew that a croissant was called crescent? All these times. And release. Extend. Ground. Lift. Taking your right hand to the low back. Left hand perhaps forward. So sending the hips forward. Still grounding through your left foot. You have stability there. Of course, if this is not good, come down both legs. Taking this camel shape, opening through the front body, perhaps reaching back for the heel of the right side, taking your hand overhead if it feels good. So always breathing in these back bends, heart openers, chest openers. If you can't breathe, you're in the wrong place, so come out or ease off. One more breath and exhale to come back to center. Feel into this space that you've created. Relaxing the feet down, sitting down. And just letting the heart return to a natural rhythm. Working yourself onto your all fours. Arching through the spine, we're just going to take it down a little bit, but not that much, because with all this nice core work and shoulder opening, it would be nice to just practice perhaps an arm balance. So arch through the spine and round through the spine. Tuck the toes. Set yourself up and back for a regular downward dog. Really feel into this space. Relax the head downwards. Press into index and thumb. Exhale, perhaps walk yourself right for a plank or half plank. Lower all the way down. Point the toes. Inhale, vinyasa. Come into your cobra. Exhale to lower. Float the feet, squeeze the thighs, float the hands, squeeze the belly in, lift the chest, maybe reach back, Shalambhasana. One more full round of breath, inhale, exhale. Plant the hands by the ribs, point the toes, press up into your upward dog. Really forceful, rising energy, soft but strong but supple. And exhale, downward facing dog. So rooting into these strong, strong arms. Maybe walking your hands back towards the feet. Catching the ankles, drawing navel in, head drops down. So really reaching into this forward fold, whichever way works for you. Trying to keep the back kind of straight, so maybe you're here. You don't want to be forcing by rounding in all the wrong places. And then set your feet quite wide, grounding through the toes and come into squat, malasana. Inhale as you lift, lift, lift through the chest, and exhale to try and sink the hips lower. So listen into the knees, listen into the body. If your body is not connected to this shape, there's alternatives. Roll up a mat, lift the heels, lean against a wall. It can help you to keep your weight forward. So stay in this malasana for as long as it's comfortable for you. And then think about squeezing the knees into the shoulders. As you set the hips higher, maybe lift the heels and set the hands down, actively moving yourself into Bakasana. So try and steady yourself here for at least 5 breaths. Lift, lift, lift. Use your core. Think about pulling your navel up and back. Look ahead. This is one of our key arm balances that we start with in yoga. So steady, steady, steady. Before you come out, settle down onto your knees. And just feel again your collective heartbeat. So play with it. You can have a cushion in front of you if you fall forward. Always guaranteed to set the heart rate up, awakening the body. So Bakasana crow pose, if you're practicing that, that's awesome. Keep going. If it completely eludes you, let me know, because I'm going to do some tutorials on arm balances and anything else that people want to do. There's been some requests. If you feel motivated, go ahead for a handstand up against your wall, and then eventually come back to sitting, letting the heart rate settle. Bring yourself back down to a satisfying rested place. So drawing your knees all the way in, laying the head down, planting the right foot down. I'm going to catch left ankle for a sleeping pigeon. So we're working this outer hip stretch. If you have your practice and you want to catch the foot and work into a full sleeping pigeon, go ahead. Or stay in your figure of 4, grounding the shoulders and the neck. Taking your arms out wide, dropping the right foot down, just letting the left foot drop to the side on the right side. So gentle twist here. And lift and lower over to the other side. So the left foot still on your right thigh, and perhaps you're taking a slightly more deeper stretch down the side of the body, the side of the hip. Turn your right ear to floor if it feels good. Deepen each breath. And whenever you're ready, we're going to change sides. So you choose how long you want to be in each shape. If you want to be somewhere a little bit longer, go ahead. Just showing you some ideas. If you are in full pigeon, full reclined pigeon, try and work shoulders and head to ground and really keep that left leg active. Breathing into the space. We're drawing the left knee in and sending the right knee out. Really nice stretch for the morning and the evening. Generally all round good stretch, because our hips are areas that we really don't often use in a way that, well, we overuse our hips in certain ways that we're not really designed to. We're a big sitting bunch, aren't we? Reach the arms out to the side, Drop the left foot down and let the right foot come to the left side. Take a gentle twist, ear to ground. And then lift. And keeping the ankle on the thigh, just turning to the right side. A little bit of weight on that left thigh for this internal rotation and gentle twist. Left ear to ground. And then bring yourself back to center. Planting the feet. Gentle wake up for the low back. Taking a bridge and lower in the back. Whatever kind of bridge works for you. So again, giving your spine a space before you settle down for a few breaths, a few moments. I'm going to keep my feet together, knees apart, or you can extend into full Shavasana.
Still, the one bit seems to be interrupted.
What? No, 57.
No, 57. There we go. Maybe we do.
We had bad reception. Just to say, have a beautiful day. Happy Mondays. Namaste. Thank you for joining.